Getting uncomfortable. That's what we're going to talk about today. Getting uncomfortable and getting comfortable with it. Because you can have growth or you can have comfort, but you can't have both. You can either be comfortable and stagnant or stretch yourself to become uncomfortable and grow. Getting uncomfortable, discomfort. Discomfort becomes the stimulant for growth. It's going to force you to change, it's going to force you to stretch, and it's going to force you to adapt. But let's just face it, in this ever changing and rapidly changing business world, you must embrace discomfort in order for you to grow. But you got to be purposeful with it. Become purposeful about doing things to push you outside of your limits. But difficulty is going to help you all grow. You see, that's what sales professionals do better than sales reps. But if you desire long-term success and sustainability, you're going to have, and I mean this, you're going to have to you're going to have to suck it up and embrace the hard stuff. But in order to do this, you got to create new perspectives, you got to acquire new skills, and you got to push the boundaries. But you must become comfortable with discomfort. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Repetition is going to fuel growth and it's going to expand your comfort boundaries. But let's just think about this. In quite simple, it's this is, think back to the things that you deemed uncomfortable in the past that you're comfortable with now. You accepted it and now you don't give it much thought. But have you become too comfortable to be pushed? Or do you feel you just can't be bothered with making any necessary changes to improve? And I'm a huge Craig Groeschel fan, and I love this quote that he says about changing your behavior. He goes on to say this: if you change your behavior, but you do not change your heart, the behavior will come back. So when it comes to being uncomfortable, what's in your heart when it comes to change? Are you willing to do the work? And that's why my question this week is simple. Has becoming too comfortable become a sales crisis? I believe it has. So here's the question. What is each and every one of you? What are you willing to do to become a better salesperson? Earlier this year, I read a really great book by Michael Easter. It's called The Comfort Crisis. And the subtitle is Embrace Discomfort to Reclaim Your Wild, Happy, Healthy Self. And early on in the book, Michael goes on to say this. Follow along with me, please. Most people today rarely step out of their comfort zones. We are living progressively sheltered, sterile, temperature-controlled, overfed, under-challenged, safety-netted lives. Holy cow. But we're going to unpack this quote, and I'm going to tie this right back into sales with just a little comedic twist, just to drive the point about why we must get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Follow along with me. How many salespeople are living progressively sheltered lives as they're being overfed lead after lead, being under-challenged and coddled by their managers inside safety-netted environments? Now, furthermore, how many managers have become just as comfortable as salespeople? Now, I'm going to leave that one all for your imagination. And that's why what got you to where you're at today in sales is not going to keep you there any longer. Plain and simple. Plain and simple is, what are you willing to put yourself through to become a better salesperson? Are you all willing to break out of your comfort zone in a world that's rapidly changing day by day by day? And here's what I want us to think about this week. And by the way, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me each and every week, because together we are building this movement we call selling from the heart. It's about bringing your authentic self to the forefront. It's about building trust and credibility in a world that sorely, sorely needs it. But just a moment ago, I asked you, are you willing to break out of your comfort zone in a world that's rapidly changing? But let's just face it, your clients are changing day by day by day. So are your future clients. Their businesses are changing. Their needs, their requirements, their dreams, their aspirations are changing. So is your marketplace. So is the community. So here's what I want to ask each and every one of you. What are you willing to do to change? Simply put, the mirror never lies. Only the person looking into the mirror lies. This week, think about what it means to be comfortable with getting uncomfortable. It's how we grow. And I know y'all want to become better each and every day. I'll leave you with this. It's okay. It's okay to get uncomfortable and get comfortable with it. It's how we grow. It's how we learn new things. Think back. Just think back to when you first started in sales. How uncomfortable were you? You did those things that made you uncomfortable because that helped you to grow, to become the sales person you are today. Stick with it. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And remember this. Your clients and your future clients would rather connect and do business with a sales professional who sells from the heart as opposed to one who is an empty suit. You have an amazing week.